muckers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm very excited for today's video because this is a messy one. So as you know, we are currently going back and reviewing and reacting to and seeing how it aged the Shane Dawson series with Jeffree Star, the one before the conspiracy one. So this was when all of the little seeds were being planted for them to then go and make the conspiracy palette and that series. Now, I believe that it was all a plan, all along, and if you want to know a little bit more about my thinking on that, go to episode 1. But this next one, we're just going to jump right into it. It is called Switching Lives with Jeffree Star. Now, one thing I do want to say, does anyone else ever get like this? I just drank a Red Bull, and because it's currently 4 a.m. and I need to be at the airport in like 2 hours or something. Oh shit, I haven't started packing. Anyway, sometimes Red Bull will make your throat sticky. I'm swallowing right now and it's sticky. It's really weird. I think it's tacky, really sugary drinks sometimes. I don't know, maybe it's my body telling me that it is refusing to have Red Bull anymore. You know what? Probably for the best, babe. Probably for the best. Okay, we're just gonna get into this. So, the video starts with a clip of Jeffree describing Jeffree Star being an actual character that he created. So then it goes, and Jeffree has bought Shane a Gucci tracksuit to wear for the day, and Shane is now in a blonde wig, makeup beat, giving... Jeffree Mar? Definitely not giving Jeffree Star, but... yeah, I would say Jeffree Mar is what we're giving. Oh, and the tracksuits are matching and hideous, by the way. Just to clarify, they're both matching, and it's not a pretty sight. Jeffree is addressing Shane strictly by sister this entire video, by the way. So he's going, Sister Shane, or Sister come over here, Sister that. It just goes to show how bad this is aged. If you don't know, Sister was James Charles's thing. Sister, hi sister, hi sister. Jeffree is strictly addressing Shane by sister this entire thing, and it just has aged so badly, especially considering James was in the previous episode we just talked about. So Jeffree says how he and Shane will start their day by updating their Snapchat audience. Shane confronts Jeffree, though, about how he thinks that Jeffree uses his Snapchat to just drag each and every single person that he comes into contact with, and how his Snapchat stories get uploaded onto, YouTube drama channels. This was, the first times we were getting mentioned of, drama channels as well. This was way before I was ever a drama channel. It's so bizarre seeing so many familiar faces in the drama community, the drama channel community, be shown in these series now. I'm like, oh, there's Peter, there's Paige. It's really weird. So basically Shane's saying about how he does the most on his Instagram story and Snapchat story, and they get uploaded, the Instagram and Snapchat stories, onto YouTube, onto these drama channels, and they get millions of views. So, the first mentions of Shane not being able to afford things also is in this episode, when Jeffree shows Shane his $375,000 car, and Shane goes on about how much the car costs, and how the car costs more than his house, and how he's so intimidated by all of this stuff, which doesn't make any sense considering that Shane literally at the time of filming this, and still does, has multiple houses and lived in a multi-million dollar house. And no, the car's a lot of money, right? Nearly $400,000. It's unimaginable amount of money. But this is where we're starting to see Shane switch into this, oh my god, I have no money character, because he's literally saying that Jeffree's car is more expensive than his current living situation, which is just not true. I don't know why people weren't calling that out in the moment as well. So this is the first official start of that. Jeffree drives Shane to his warehouse, while Jeffree and Shane kind of discuss... You think I'm going somewhere great and intelligent with this? Because I'm not. While they discuss how they want to bring Andrew in for an orgy, and this being just a few minutes after they mentioned sucking him off. So yeah, there was a mention of sucking Andrew off, and then a few minutes later, there is a mention of Jeffree and Shane wanting to have an orgy with Andrew. Again, I cannot stress enough that Andrew is strictly an employee in this situation, and that is workplace harassment. If we're just going to be honest here. Okay, so now we have our timestamp of the night, where we are going to watch. So the reason I do want to show you this one is because I think it's very interesting. The reason I've written down here is it's the first time we ever see behind the scenes of Jeffree Star. Now, this is a very monumental moment in this when it comes to seeing behind the scenes with Jeffree, because this now is the first time we see the factory, which then we'll get to know the factory very, very, very well. This is the first mention of Jeffree being a businessman. We'll get to learn that very, 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 very well. So I do just want to show you this. So we're going to watch from 15 minutes until 21 minutes. Okay, here we go. So this is the first time they see it.
This is crazy. All right, well, let's...
Oh, by the way, sorry. Yeah, that's what Shane looks like. I wasn't lying, by the way, whenever I was like, it's quite a startling sight.
To work. Let's see the Jeffree Star never been seen before warehouse.
Let's do it. So, of course, like we said, everyone's at home today, so you're going to get the full, like, quiet tour. Oh my god.
This is like... Wait, I'm sorry. I'm like overwhelmed. This is crazy.
So everything's pink. The walls, the posts, the bubble wrap, the boxes, everything is very on brand. Like we like to say it.
Listen, I give Shane a lot of shit for how over the top his reactions are in the Jeffree series. I don't think he's that over the top in this series compared to the conspiracy one, if I'm gonna be honest. And I feel like I would also act in the same way if I was put in this position of seeing a big warehouse, even if it wasn't just Jeffree Star. But I feel that with Shane being a YouTuber, seeing another YouTuber's warehouse, I'm not surprised by him being shocked right now, actually, and I'm not even going to diss him for it, just to be honest. Because this is insane. This is insane.
And we're gonna pink, like, you know, the...
Okay.
So over here is about 10 rows of pig stations. So this is where people ship all their makeup all day.
Okay, wait. Yeah, Andrew, show this, that.
Okay, I do believe that he's being a bit dramatic here, but, like, alas, I'm not going to drag him too much because when we get to the conspiracy series, I'm going to be dragging him a lot, so I'll be nice right now.
Shit. What the fuck?
Wait,
This
you've
is
actually never
fucking
been here.
crazy. No, this is fucking crazy. Jeffree, what the fuck? Why? First of all, why don't you show this or talk about this? Second of all, what the fuck?
I just don't think people would find it interesting. Like, I think that's...
So again, here we're now getting the seeds planted on people wouldn't be interested to see behind the scenes, and Shane's gonna be like, oh my god, yes they would! And then that's where Jeffree's career then goes, showing behind the scenes. See? Seeds being planted all over the place.
Some of my
See?
insecurities of, like, is it entertaining enough? Like, do people care? And then it's kind of like, I don't know.
Okay, I'll be another YouTuber. So this is my pantry. Okay, I'll be Jeffree. This is my warehouse! Like, this is crazy! What the fuck are you
I don't know, I just don't think like that. I'm just like...
When did you move in here? When did this happen?
We've moved like 3-4 times. So in 2016, the brand had like, towards the end of the year, it had like a 700% growth. It was just like insane. So we finally found this place. And
I mean, it's an incredible site. It really is like a fabulous, incredible site. There's no denying that. This is insane to see. It really, really, really is.
Already outgrown this place. So we have another facility right here next door and another one over there just for storage.
So like multiple of these.
Yeah.
Like this specific building is you, right?
Most of it, yes, and then we also ship merch. A lot of YouTubers.
Are those all? So okay, wait, over
It's
here.
for the, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
wait.
pick station. Yes, we have Jeffree Star tape for everything, so the logos on all the boxes.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffree Star Cosmetics is in the mother effing building.
Yeah, take me through the process of like, okay, if I was working here, what's my job? I'm packaging makeup. Where do I start?
So you're gonna pick the order and then hand it off to someone to then package it, right?
Okay.
There'll be like a stack of orders, and you just read what it says, and it's like, okay, maybe one mannequin liquid lip, maybe a cherry soda lip scrub, and maybe a Nathan liquid lip. Always wanted to fuck him. And you hand it off to the next person, who then rolls it, packages it beautifully, makes sure it's all tight in there, so there's no...
I mean, if Jeffree Star is anything, he's an incredible businessman who knows what he's doing when it comes to the cosmetics world. There is absolutely no denying that.
breakage or anything, and then someone else tapes it, and you put it off to the bin to get taken off to wherever she's gonna roll.
I'm sorry. I'm usually.
It's also crazy seeing the warehouse and seeing how much he was selling, considering it's no secret that nowadays Jeffree Star Cosmetics is not at their peak, to say the least. Like, they're not doing what they've ever done. You know, it's not looking the greatest, to put it nicely, allegedly. So it's weird to imagine what the warehouses would be like now. You know, would they still be getting the same amount of sales, or have they downgraded, or... I have a lot of questions.
Not like speechless. This is like crazy to me. This is so weird. This is crazy that this is real.
What are you thinking right now?
We'll talk about everything a little later, but do you get nervous? Like,
Do I get nervous about what?
I don't know. About like having to keep this all going, or like what if it happens if sales slip, or like what happens if
Sales
Yeah,
slip.
there is that moment of all these people rely on me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is their full-time job.
how many employees are here?
There's about like 105 now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, show me more. So wait, so you do other people's shit?
A lot, yeah. So that's something I don't ever talk about or promote. This is obviously a fulfillment center and a merch company.
So that's Beauty Killer, who then did all of Shane's merch. So you see how the seeds are being planted here, and then, woo, Shane Dawson
me
merch.
and a few friends started Killer Merch, and we ship a lot of people. A lot of people you probably will recognize.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So you
Including Sisters Apparel at a specific time, by the way.
okay.
So that's a whole separate business from the cosmetics. I just merge it together, and it's like a whole, you know.
This is crazy. Okay. So these are all just different like YouTube
Yeah.
or like celebrities or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Mac Daddy. Who's that?
Let me people over here.
This is crazy. This is so crazy. What the fuck? This is crazy. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's crazy.
This okay, the rent here alone in this building is probably like $100,000 a month or something. Right? Like 30, maybe more.
I mean, this is like how much square footage is it?
I don't know. I didn't know it was all this.
Yeah, like the merch company. Right?
Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to get back to my little silly notes. Okay, so now that we've seen it, I really did want to show that because it is quite a monumental moment for this silly little thing that we're doing, seeing that for the first time. Okay, now we go back. So Shane and Jeffree now go into his office and have a sit down to discuss everything. Shane asks him why it's a secret. Jeffree says it's not a secret. I just treat it as a 9 to 5. Like when I come into the office, I feel like I'm at a 9 to 5. It's just like being in the office. It's boring, and he would rather show the travel and the halls and the makeup and the money and the cars. Jeffree says people wouldn't be interested in seeing behind the scenes. So again, seeds planted, seeds come up. This, oh, they're not going to be interested, and then they do, and that's the new rebirth of Jeffree. Jeffree describes the rise of the brand, discussing his business partner Jeff, and says to run 3 warehouses monthly, it's about $175,000. And that's not including employees, which is crazy money to think about. I buy a Starbucks drink and I have to put my like budgeting for the week. Okay, whatever. It's fine by me. He says how in 2016 the brand started to grow. They invited a lot of YouTubers to sell their merchandise, so it was a merchandise and makeup kind of thing together. But there's more of like an umbrella company now. Like there's just so much. Like between Killer Merch and Jeffree Star Cosmetics, like if we're going to put it on one umbrella, he has like a lot of companies that kind of merge into one. So Jeffree says that he also has property in many different states and that he rents out all of those places to keep the flow of money coming. Jeffree said that he had about $3,000 to his name after music and that he put all that money into 3 lipstick colors. And it went from there. So he had the 3,000 music career gone. He put that money into 3 liquid lip shades, and it took off from there. And again, keep in mind, when he was doing YouTube, he was a very trusted person to give out reviews. So when he came out with his own products, people were going to trust him because they were like, you're so outspoken about everyone else that your stuff must be good. And the formulas were great. So then it took off from there. So Jeffree states how each year he pulls in hundreds of millions of dollars. And again, he doesn't just say it off the cuff like Shane is kind of pushing him to ask. Shane asks about Jeffree's family, and he says that he has a single mother, but a lot of his family kind of aren't alive anymore, or they're just not involved in his life ever since he started becoming like a business person. And he says that he's more involved in Nate's family and Nate's friends, which again is sad thinking about, considering whenever that breakup happened, it means that Jeffree also lost any family that he had. Jeffree discusses how he lost most of his family and friends due to them taking advantage of him and always expecting him to pay for things like dinner, then rent, then hotels, then plane tickets, then like all these different things, okay? Jeffree states how many people in his close friends have tried taking pictures and videos of him to sell and sell text messages and sell private moments of him. Jeffree says that the saddest thing is that he doesn't have any family around him to be proud of him, and that he really is just lonely. It's just him and Nate. And very soon Shane too, which would be great for you, Jeffree. I'm sure that will work out great, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions. Jeffree says how a lot of people make fun of the fact and meme on it that Jeffree goes through a lot of friends, but Jeffree says it's not like that at all, that actually people just are so bad to him and he can't trust people, which again, planting the seeds for then people to side with Jeffree and Shane and get defensive of them whenever the Taddy thing happens, when the James thing happens, whenever we know that Jeffree is not the greatest person and fights with each and every single person, so we're kind of sympathizing with him here because we're being made to. But the video ends by Shane telling Jeffree that the next day Jeffree has to dress down and he has to live Shane's boring life. So that is how this episode ends. I want to know your opinion of it. I want to know your opinion on the warehouse as well and kind of the first introduction to it. And what do you think about Shane's reactions, at least here? Muckers, I love you. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in my next one. I appreciate you being here and I will see you. Bye. Mwah.